After eating plenty of different fruits and vegetables, I finally feel well. The pain is gone, and I am in a much better state. I am sure to avoid scurvy if I eat an orange. Alright, cool. So we survived scurvy. We were not really at sea that long. On a courtesy visit to the abbot of a local monastery, we observe a group of monks translating beautifully illustrated books into your language. 20% chance to gain 1 learning. I think that's worth it. This was an era where lots of books were being translated into Norwegian. Instead of drilling the commanders, Marshal Finn has been fighting them. There's truly a lack of discipline in your ranks. He's always fighting. He's always just getting drunk and fighting people. So he and Mayor Sfera are now rivals. Getting drunk, fighting people, fucking shit up. Damn it, man. Should know better than this. My fellows in Lucifer's Zone have informed me that Mayor Rolf plans to travel the realm incognito for a lark, mingling with the common folk. He will only be protected by 2 loyal friends during his little adventure. A great opportunity to have him abducted, if I so wish. Let's approve the scheme.
Okay.
My competent brethren in Lucifer's... Alright, we got a dwarf. Let's sacrifice to Satan.
Poor guy.
This may have repercussions upon my soul. I think we're already kind of screwed in that regard. Bound and gagged, Mayor Rolf is carried out of his cell and dropped into the cauldron. As your acolytes slam down the lid and lock it securely, you drop your flaming torch into the firewood stacked around the pot, setting it ablaze. Soon, the water within will come to a boil, and another soul will be sent to Satan. Good sacrifices are in short supply. So we've finished Sacrifice a Dwarf.
What, we should see what our dark power is now.
Yeah, let's, I think we can... Yes, we can summon a familiar. As a practitioner of black magic, Duke Fenritz can summon a familiar of his choice. The supernatural guardian will grant Duke Fenritz its powers by increasing his attributes. A conjurer and a weaver of black magic, I can summon a supernatural beast to be my companion. This familiar will be my eyes and ears, as well as imbue me with its powers. Yeah, since Fenritz has a cat in real life, I think we should choose the cat.
Yes.
There's also the option of a wolf, an owl, or a raven. But yeah, we
have to do cat.
He has a cat, so I think that makes sense. Although my last act of worship has been some time ago, I can still sense an inhuman touch upon my soul whenever I think about what I did. I've become a changed man. So we gained the deceitful trait, which will, of course, will make Satan happy. And we have taken so much attrition from the fever that we now no longer have an army large enough to take the capital. What were the other powers we unlocked? So we can make people sick, and we can have someone be possessed by a demon. I don't know if we have anybody that hates us enough, though. Yeah, unless we wanted to, like, possess the bishop with the demon, but I think we should save that for someone better. Also, we should recruit our wife for Satan. And then the next level requires 1,000 dark power. So we believe it would please Satan greatly should Prince Bishop Manigold fall into depravity. See to it and you'll be greatly rewarded. So he's the Bishop of Colne. So what is that? Let's see... Leads his sheepish flock down a path which will only bring weakness and stagnation. Up to you to give him a new direction. So... Corrupt Priest. Alright. Prince Bishop Manigold. Corrupt Prince Bishop Manigold for material gains and Satan's appreciation. This might have repercussions on your soul. Increasing... Attempt to negatively influence his personality. Increasing his opinion of you by 75... Failure might tarnish your reputation. I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
So we're going to go Corrupt Priest. Could be that I'm using the powers of Lucifer's Zone too freely. People are becoming suspicious. Okay, well, we need to be careful then. No person lives a life entirely devoid of sin, and neither does Prince Bishop Manigold. I just have to find some traits of his character that I can build on. So, he is envious, and that's about it. So I can turn his guilty pleasures into vices, send people to find out whether he has any character traits that could develop into vices. I'm sure he's not quite as virtuous as he pretends to be. Send people to find out whether he has any virtues he might not wholeheartedly believe in. So...
I'd take the first one.
let's see. So he's temperate, patient, and diligent. So he has 3 holy virtues. I think we should try to get rid of one of those rather than give him another vice.
No, that makes more sense.
He also has a rose garden. Rampant sinner. So this should actually be pretty easy for us. Recently donated to charity. So he's giving money to try to make up for the fact that everyone knows he's a bad person. Yeah. Meeting with Duchess... our wife doesn't want to praise Satan. Well, what are you even here for then? Some of Prince Bishop Menegold's servants reportedly saw him sneak into the kitchen at night to enjoy some leftovers. If I could speak to Menegold in private, I'm sure I could convince him there is no need for secrecy in these matters. Perhaps he would like to visit my court. I shall write an invitation and hope my ploy succeeds. Alright. Despite my best efforts, one misplaced word was all that was needed for Prince Bishop Manigold to take offense for my suggestion. He stormed out of the room indignantly, and what's far worse, he outed my supposed wickedness to everyone. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so King Harold Hardrada has died. A natural death, and so the war is over. For too long, you've restricted the political influence of your vassals. The time has come to give the council more power. Submit to this demand peacefully or face the consequences. Rest assured that I've gathered others who are equally upset. So the Countess of Hedmark, who has 841 men to our 582, wants us to pass a law which will allow our council to vote on revoking titles. I think we should just accept it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't really win that war right now, and I don't really see any reason why that's a big deal. So yeah, we'll allow the council to vote on title.
Can they revoke our title, though?
No. It's just that we can't revoke their titles without their approval.
Got it.
And now there's no claimants. So, who became King of Norway? King Olav III, who hates us because we're a traitor, apparently, for not letting him his dad take away our land, is, I believe, what's going on. Under suspicion, cat familiar, lack of funds, owes money to Jewish moneylenders, yeah. Well, let's see. Oh, yeah, we need to change our succession laws, too. Because since we have 2 children now, it's going to split up our land between them. So we have to have reigned for at least 10 years. We have been Duke of Nidaros since 1066, so we need like 1 more year, and then we can fix that, I think. When can we pass late feudal administration? Legalism 3, so we're at level 2. So once we get to legalism 3, that's when we can be like, the whole realm goes to our oldest child, which is usually a good way to do it. Okay, so we failed to corrupt that priest, so we can really corrupt any priest at this point, I think is what it's telling us. So maybe we should try to corrupt our own priest, the Bishop of Mara. Do you think...
yeah, let's do it.
Maybe we can't target him? I don't know. It's cool that we can just attempt to abduct pretty much anybody. That's fairly cool. Bjorn. Here we go. Let's try to oh no, he doesn't have any vices. Why can't we corrupt him? He's already an evil priest. Maybe that's why. Maybe he's too evil already. We gotta find a priest. What about King Olav? Does he have some priests we could corrupt? He's too nice. This dude is too nice. Man, Norway has like really good priests right now. There we go. This guy's angry. You can tell by his eyebrows he's just an angry dude. Try to corrupt him. And turn his guilty pleasures into vices. Bishop Arnvid's court appears to be in a mild state of confusion. Arnvid seems to have a penchant for telling minor lies and watching the confusion that ensues. I should invite him to show him how much more rewarding the bigger lies are. I shall write an invitation. So we can we can hope it succeeds, or we can beseech Satan to empower us.
Yes.
Let's beseech Satan. Yeah, Satan's always the right answer. Yeah. As we feasted, I eventually subtly turned the conversation to the small lies Bishop Arnvid uses for his amusement. We discussed how he, by using his talent for lies, could reap far greater rewards than mere amusement. Thoughtfully, Arnvid agrees, and he was most thankful to me for opening his eyes.
Ooh.
Satan will surely bless me. His opinion of us changes by 75.
Cool.
So, did we pass the mission? We're at 421. We're trying to get up to 1,000. Can we change our inheritance law yet? Not yet. I think we have to wait till like November of this year. The peasants of Nordland are now completely disregarding my divine right to rule. So there's a higher revolt risk here because we have no money and we're not able to collect taxes. Cool. Our steward is back, so we can hopefully collect some extra taxes and get out of debt here. We still have to pay back like 300 to the Jewish moneylenders. My coffers are empty, but the church is rich. Maybe I should seize church property to repay my debts. So I can seize Bishop John the Silent. He'll be imprisoned, and we gain the trait Cruel. We can force him to share some of the costs, compromise to find money, or I will save my Christian soul. Why don't we just force him?
Yeah. We
don't need to throw him in jail right away.
Yeah, we don't want to piss everyone off.
I have risen so fast to the top that other people regard me with envy. Well, Goodbrand begged me to help him become as successful as me. It was almost disgusting how he admired my ambition and success. We can teach him and charge him 10 gold, or tell him to leave us alone.
I have a feeling we're going to need money.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're out of debt. According to your Marshal, Finn, the peasants of Jämtland are having frequent troubles with highwaymen and wild beasts. He suggests constructing a series of outposts along the roads in Jämtland. The peasantry would feel much safer, and it might even lead to more peasants moving to the country. 6 gold to protect our county. I think that's worth it.
Yeah.
Just because we praise Satan doesn't mean we don't care about our people. Scheme. Do whatever it is you're doing. Good deal. So,
I guess.
Did we successfully corrupt the priest? I don't know. I don't know if our mission succeeded or failed. Where was the guy we were trying to corrupt? Was it him? Arnvid?
Yeah, that guy.
So, I guess we could try to corrupt him again, but he likes us more now? Yeah, freed my depravity. Alright, so I guess there's more steps to this. Guilty pleasures and devices, that worked before. Not always equally just in his judgments. Let's beseech Satan to empower us again. Small spear throwing competition could be entertaining, and it's also a great way to enliven your battle technique.
Yes.
Yeah, let's have a spear throwing competition. I knew someone was going to get wounded. Everyone attending the spear throwing competition seems to be having a great time. They're partaking in the contest, conversing and laughing together. Perhaps the merriment is a bit too much, as a spear is carelessly hurled into the field as someone is still out there measuring the distance of the throw. Poor Trond,
Sorry, Trond.
becomes mangled and severely injured. Dozens of spears have been hurled through the air as sole victor emerges. No one managed to throw farther than Olaf. Alright, well, good for him. Having finally discovered what he's missed out on for all these years, Arnvin has sunk headlong into utter depravity. I am Satan's greatest servant!
Yay!
Having spent countless hours swinging your sword, it's clear that your technique is getting better. You know the essence of every possible strike to utilize in a fight. So we gain the trait Warrior.
Cool.
+1 martial, +1 personal combat skill. And the peasants respect our rule again.
Cool.
Because we helped them out by protecting them from robbers. I think maybe this mission might be bugged because we should have finished it by now.
No.
Oh, that's Sven.
That's the other guy.
Arnvind. Doesn't look like he fell into depravity. I don't know. Let's cancel this mission and get a new one. I think it's probably bugged. How can I rely on my generals when their understanding of warfare is so lacking? I could teach Chief Finn a thing or two. So we could teach him how to lead heavy infantry.
Okay.
I think that that's probably a good thing. And we are more than halfway to getting the next rank. More generals like me, who can stand against us? Well, apparently the Chiefess of Headmark can, because she forced us to change our council laws. Alright, as opportunity to strike the foolish followers of false gods present itself, the priests in Hamar are ignorant of the true state of the world, tear down their idols and steal their wealth. Okay, so apparently he wants us to desecrate Temple of Hamar again, which now is under our control,
yes,
so
Satan.
We're desecrating our own temple.
We'll do it.
People are becoming suspicious. Highly suspicious, so we have to be really careful now, I think. Though my last act of worship has been some time ago, I still sense an inhuman touch upon my soul. Whenever I think about what I did, I've become changed again. A tainted soul is but a small price to pay, so we become possessed.
We are possessed.
This character experiences frequent violent episodes, speaking in tongues, spitting, and assaulting those nearby as if possessed by evil spirits.
Okay.
+1 combat skill. Other possessed people will like us, but women will not be all that attracted to us. -10.
Sucks for the wife.
Yeah, my preparations and plans have been made. A servant has been bribed to leave a side door open, so yeah, we're going to go mess this up again. As I and a group of my faithful make our way through the church in Hamar, so the local priest, again, knock them out from behind. They'll make for a good sacrifice. 200 dark power.
Yeah, we need
and
it.
Bishop of Hamar dies. Navigating our way through the small church, I and my companions have entered a small room that goes for the inner sanctum. The room contains the sparest possible honorings to God. Yeah, so, burn it all.
Burn it all.
I guess, once again. And Catholics lose moral authority. I'm curious if there are any heretics popping up. Okay, so there's some Cathar heretics here, which is good for us. Not really a lot of other heresies going on, though. Oh, wow. Catholic moral authority went up to 97%. I don't know how that happened. Can we... What's the important decision that we have? Oh, request to rank up. Awesome. We have enough dark power. So, hereby grant permission to advance to the next rank within Lucifer's Zone. We have become a Satanic priest. We can now make our wife disappear with the dark divorce. We can now perform a dark ritual to heal ourselves in exchange for dark power. And we can invite disciples of Satan to our court.
Well, since she did not want to get on board with Satanism, should we just get rid of her and get...
Well, we could also have her be possessed with a demon.
Ooh. Let's
You
try
want
that.
to try that?
Let's try that.
Well, here's the thing.
'Cause we
People
need
are
more
highly
babies.
suspicious of us now. I think we should probably wait and not use any Satan powers until this just goes back down to normal suspicion. Because I have a feeling that if we use too many more dark powers right now, we're going to have like the Inquisition or witch hunters or something show up to kill us.
Okay.
So we should probably hold off. That might actually be a good place to stop the episode as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is
so
very interesting.
Duke Fenritz has become a satanic priest at the age of 38. We have a cat familiar. We've become a warrior.
We have another
We
daughter.
owe a bunch of money to the Jews, which we will have to pay back sooner or later, and we're possessed. So we can get all kinds of cool events that you get for being possessed now. I'm curious if dark healing... Okay, so it can't heal the stressed trait. So maybe we'll have to change our lifestyle focus to just drink our cares away and get rid of stress next time. Yeah. But we are still the most powerful lord in Norway, although the king is sort of consolidating his power. It looks like he's taken over several more counties, so we'll have to see, because he does still pretty much hate our guts. And oh yeah, let's change our inheritance law if we can. No vassal has a negative opinion of you. Here's some money. Go see a Star Wars. How far away are we from being able to use primogeniture? Still pretty far away. Okay, so here's what we can do basically. Right now we have Gavelkind succession. That means that if we die right now, like we just died of a heart attack, both of our daughters would split up our land, and they would have to fight each other to see who becomes, the new Duchess. So the things we can change it to right now: elective monarchy, which means all of our vassals get to vote on who the next duke is.
Between the two or someone else.
Which can be good, but they can pick someone who's not of our family.
Well, it needs to stay.
So we might lose our lands.
Satan,
so the other option is seniority, which means the oldest member of House Darkthrone will always inherit the throne. Which means it'll always stay in our family, but we might end up with a leader who's like 86 years old and totally useless.
Okay.
Which do you think?
Seniority would be the best bet.
I kind of agree right now. We only have 3 dynasty members, and they're all pretty young. And once we unlock the next level of legalism, we can go to primogeniture, which is like the traditional your oldest child gets your land thing. So yeah, let's do succession by seniority.
All right.
So now we don't have to worry about our lands getting split up when we die. The oldest member of Darkthrone will always come to power, which is kind of cool. It's like Satanic mafia family at this point.
The poor wife. She's like, what did I get myself into?
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, do we have enough dark power to do? So we'll do the demonic possession of Duchess Brandamina next time, because she's honestly too nice, and she needs to give us more children, I think. So that'll be the end of this episode. I'm just going to overwrite that save so we don't have to do the succession law again.
Cool.
Loresworn.com is our website. We're at Loresworn Order. I'm at AsaTJ.
I'm at Ulf Graven.
Yes, which is Norwegian for wolf and raven. If you need to know how to spell it, go on Google Translate. And we're going to be continuing this series all week, as I'm sure you probably know. Check out some of our other videos. Subscribe if you want to see more cool stuff like this. We probably should conquer this little purple guy here. Yeah, he doesn't even have any allies. We should probably do that next time too. Yeah, I always get distracted when I'm doing the outro with like, oh yeah, that's what we should do next. Is all these plans I have. Yeah, and if you're waiting for Return of Arthur, that's coming back the following Monday. And we will see you then.